Hello my YouTube family, welcome to Low Income Mini Mondays. This is where we take our savings challenges and we make them 25, 50 cent and see how far it could take us on $6 that we're doing. Okay. We have the Humble Budgeter, Oma Crafts and Budgets. We have Cash and Color Budgets, Canadian Finance Journey, Beckett Budget 777, and another one, Oma Crafts and Budgets. I will have everybody's information linked below so you can go check out their YouTube channels and their Etsy shops. $6 in prop money, and we're going to use the 6-sided dice. Alright, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 2 makes 6. Okay. And we have a 6-sided dice there. Okay, I'm just going to move you guys around just a little bit. Okay, there we go. Alrighty. Let's see who's going to get the first prop money. Number 6. 4. 3. 4 again. 3. 1, 2, and 5. 4. 6. Come on, 1, 2, and 5. 1, 2, and 5. 3. My goodness, you know what? And we'll roll for the last one. 2. Alrighty. Dice were not cooperating again today, which is fine. I'll grab my pens and stuff here. If you hear ruckus in the background, that is the cats playing. If you hear that ruckus. Okay. We made these 25 cents. It got 25 cents. So we can mark one off. There we go. Put that over there. We have, these are 25 cents. We need $1.50. And we got $1.25. So mark off 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Okay. This has got a 25 cent rollover. These are 50 cents. So we have $1 here, so we can mark off 2. $2, $50, $75, and there's a 25 cent rollover. That gives us $3. And these are 50 cents, so 1, 2, 3. We can mark off 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There we go. These are 25 cents, no rollover. And we got 50 cents, so we can mark off 2 more. There we go. Okay, and our last one. These are 25 cents. We've got a 25 cent rollover. I don't know how we got a 25 cent rollover. But, okay, we'll make it work. We can mark off 3. 1, 2, 3. Alrighty. So we didn't finish any today, which is fine because We, not really close. I mean, probably next week we'll finish a couple. But a little update on our refrigerator. We had a repairman come out the other day, and he looked at it and he said there was a valve in the back that was leaking. That makes it goes for the water to make the ice for the ice machine. He said that was leaking, so he went to go check on the part. That valve, to replace that valve in the refrigerator, was $525. So he said, I've never seen a valve, he said, that expensive. He said, but it's going to cost $525 plus, that was installed plus tax. And I said, well, as long as it's not affecting our freezer, and the food is still, it's freezing and stuff, I said, that I'm not going to get that fixed. I said, it's only for the ice maker. I says, and I can do without the ice maker. So, yeah, that was the update. Like I said, we came home. I had to go to the motor vehicle to have they do eye exams there now after a certain age. And I passed that. Even though I do not drive anymore, I still have a valid driver's license, and I use that for ID purposes only. If I didn't pass the test, then I would have gotten a non-driver's license, but they passed and they automatically give you your license for another 8 years. So I'm good for 8 years on that, which I don't drive. I haven't driven in going on 7 years now. We came home from that and found a puddle of water all over the kitchen floor. And my daughter-in-law and my son were trying to wipe up the water, like clear up the water and everything, because they said it was a pretty decent sized puddle that was underneath the fridge. And we called the repairman guy, and that's when he told us that it was the valve, and he said that valve was going to cost $525 to replace it and install it. And I'm like, I said, no. I said, as long as it's not bothering our freezer part where everything is still freezing, then I could buy ice cube trays and make my own ice if I have to do that. Plus, I have a tabletop ice maker. So, if anything, I have other sources where I can make ice. But, yeah, so we said no, we weren't going to have that fixed. So, we shut the main water line off to the refrigerator that makes the ice. So, we shut that water line off, and we shut the ice maker off. But, everything is still frozen in the freezer, so it didn't affect that. It just affected the making the ice. But, yeah, I figured let me give you an update on that. So, yeah, we chose not to have that fixed, and we'll just do what we can. I mean, I don't mind making ice. I've done it before, so it's not a problem there. But, yeah, I figured let me give you guys an update on the fridge, because I posted on the community board. I was like happy that whole day, that whole morning. I was happy because I passed the the eye test and all that, and then come home to a big puddle of water on the kitchen floor. Yeah, but I'm not going to let it get me down because I'm not going to have that fixed. The refrigerator is only 2 years old, and it was brand new when we bought it 2 years ago. So I'm not going to go out and get another refrigerator because of a valve that was leaking that makes ice. So we decided just to shut that part down, and I do have a chest freezer in case I have to put things in the back freezer here. But that's it with the update for the fridge. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you as part of the YouTube family. If you go out, please stay safe, and always remember to believe in yourself. I love you all. Take care, everyone. Bye.